what it is.
No problem. The last one was a 5. You felt that, right? If he's a little bit behind your leg, make that a strong correction as well. If you ask for a change and he doesn't respond on it, push him a little forward in that moment. Make it a clear correction, like, hey, I asked for the aid and you missed it. You don't want to make him tense on the aids, but you also want him to be honest. Like he.
How do I go back to the lock canner so that he's...
That one was, he went early.
No. It's a little bit me.
That's all right.
A little bit him.
That's all right. Also think about the shoulders as you do the changes, that you're controlling the shoulders, staying pretty straight in the shoulders. Like that time I would have bumped him pretty hard with my outside spur. And the other thing you can, well, he's a little sore, but you can also put him a little bit into a pirouette. So your right leg gave the aid for the change to the left and he was a stride late on it. I would push him into a pirouette or even into like a walk pirouette. Like, hey, get off my right leg. My right leg just said change. Yeah, because he has to, you want to think, like with all things, you want to have a very simple system. And he has to be so honest. So he'll struggle with the 2s if he's not honest enough in these. He has to be that simple. That was really good. That looked easy.
Yeah, it was.
And you have to keep that your gold standard with the changes. They get complicated, you gotta address it. Great. Then try some 3s on the next long side. And if he misses, if he's behind your aid, you have to do something pretty sharp and clear about it. This is, my leg told you to do something. Good. And the count is quite good. You feel he drifts a little bit into the left.
Yeah, that to the right.
Yeah, over to the left, I think. He's drifting to the inside. So think about the control in the shoulders. Like sometimes you're bending the neck a little bit too much, and as they get more and more trained, you can ride him straighter and straighter in there. And I don't think he's necessarily drifting through your leg. It might be a little bit.
I think it's shoulders.
I think it's in the shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can.
It's like a...
Yeah. So play with a little bit less bend in there.
Yeah.
See if you can get the shoulders a little straighter. You can even, if you have to have him counterflexed on a lead so that he's not drifting into that shoulder, that's no problem. Yeah, let's try it. And just start out doing, make sure you have a good quality canter and he's on a straight line. I really like that you're doing it off the wall. That's really smart to do it on the straight line here, because then you can judge that straightness. And I would just start with, just try change, you know, that you do 2 2s, and if that works, I would do 2 2s a whole bunch of times to make that a really easy, simple, understanding aid for him, and then we add more. Good. Yep, keep him straight, and then, yep. So you just make it always simple for him. Great. Yep. And then next time you try 3. No problem. No problem. Then address the straightness. I wouldn't turn out of it there, right? I'd try to make him straight again. And that's where he's a little bit late on your aim, right? So address that. Maybe do a pirouette off your right leg. Yep. So you can even just do a walk pirouette. But there's, and he sticks in that, he's stuck one.
Because I crowded
Yep.
him.
Yep. And then you just pick the canter up and you try it
And then we'll to make corrections on this in front of the auditors.
again. No problem, no problem. Yep, no problem. Then just try it again on the next long side. But you know, he can do 2 together, so then you just work on doing 3 together, and then in there, the problem is him just being honest on your aim. Great, pat him. Oops, you got greedy. But you
It
don't.
worked though, didn't it?
It did work, but you know, don't set them up for failure either.
No,
Like
yeah.
build it sequentially. You do 2, then you do 3, then then if things are good, then you do 4. So that, because your job is to make him understand it and keep everything working.
Says, I want a break.
I know. You can, if you want to give him a break, that's fine. If you want to do a little shot. Yeah.